Now let's get to our coverage of the Missouri primaries. While you were sleeping, the final results came in for most of the state's races.
Yeah, News 4 is bringing you live team coverage of the key decisions. And News 4's Alyssa Toomey, she's covering the results for St. Louis County Executive. But first, our Justin Andrews is covering a primary election shocker.
Justin, Cori Bush defeated longtime Congressman Lacy Clay.
Yes, she did. She calls it historic, sending a black working class single mother to Congress. Late last night, she says, quote, "We about to change the world."
They counted us out. They called me, I'm just the protester. I'm just the activist with no name, no title, and no real money. That's all they said that I was. But St. Louis showed up today, so St. Louis showed up. It's the ball.
That was Cori Bush, a progressive and activist, tried unseating Clay in 2018, but didn't have the money or name recognition to spark a legitimate challenge. This time, she was able to pull out the victory. In November, the first congressional seat is expected to go to the Democrats. The U.S. House seat has been held by Clay and his father since 1969. Lacy Clay is the 7th House incumbent to lose a primary in this election cycle. Bush ran on a promise of progress, saying it is time for someone who understood the issues St. Louisans face to represent them in Washington. This seat encompasses St. Louis City and North County. She would be the first female and first black woman for the House district. All right, so right now my colleague Alyssa Toomey is also following something big in St. Louis County. We're talking about the county executive seat. Alyssa, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Justin. Well, it's a good morning for Cori Bush, and hey, it's a good morning for Sam Page as well. He won the Democratic primary with 38% of the votes. This November will be actually the first time that people can vote for Sam Page for county executive. So Page won a crowded Democratic primary, beating Mark Mantovani, Jake Zimmerman, and Jamie Tolliver. In St. Louis County, voter turnout was about 38% compared to 42% in 2018. Page served on the St. Louis County Council for 5 years before he was selected to replace Steve Stanger. Stanger was indicted by a federal grand jury for a pay-to-play scheme. Page has, of course, led the county through the coronavirus pandemic, a move that has been met with both praise and criticism. He says the coronavirus has highlighted the further need for change.
St. Louis cannot be healthy, cannot grow, cannot be safe until we address race, until there are enough good schools, good housing, good jobs, good health care, good transportation, good child care, and good retirements for everyone, regardless of what part of the county you live. Oh yes, the conversations must continue, and the words must turn into action.
So this November, Page will face Republican Paul Berry III. Page is favored to win, as every single county executive for the past 30 years has been a Democrat in St. Louis County. Live here in St. Louis County this morning, Alyssa Toomey, News 4.
Alyssa, thank you for that. The matchup for Missouri governor is now set. The Republican and Democratic primaries were over early. Republican Governor Mike Parson will face Democrat and Missouri State Auditor Nicole Galloway in the November election. A recent SLU poll of 900 likely voters showed a really tight race between the two. Parson was slightly ahead, 41 to 39%. Which of course is within the margin of error. Now the final numbers came in overnight for Amendment 2 as well, which would expand Medicaid in Missouri. 53% of people voted yes on that issue. We'll have much more on what this means for many low-income Missourians coming up next in our next half hour. And we'll continue to follow election results. You can see them on the bottom of your screen as well. You can also see final results from any race from last night. Just get on the KMOV News app. We have it all on there for you.